Well, Indian women's team beat Poland by 5-3 in the inaugural edition of the FIH Women's World Cup in Muscat, capital of Oman. Maharashtra leads the medal tally at 6th Khelo India Youth Games, closely followed by Tamil Nadu, while Haryana and Delhi are at 3rd place. Rohan Bopanna became the oldest #1 player in tennis history as he and partner Matthew Abden qualified for the Australian Open men's doubles semi-final. Indian women's team beat Poland in the inaugural edition of the FIH Women's Hockey World Cup in Muscat, capital of Oman. The Indian team is being led by experienced goalkeeper Rajni Etimarpu, defeated Poland by 5-4 in Muscat. For India, Khan Mumtaz and Deepika Soring scored 2 goals each, while Khujur Mariana netted once. The Indian women's team is included in Pool C alongside the United States of America, Poland and Namibia. The Indian men's hockey team take on France in the Four-Nation tournament in Cape Town, city of South Africa. The week-long tournament features France, the Netherlands, India and hosts South Africa. In the earlier match, India thrashed France 4-0 as Harmanpreet Singh scored a brace. Lalit Upadhyay and vice-captain Hardik Singh also scored 1 goal each. India will play the hosts South Africa on 26th of January and finish the tour with a match against the Netherlands on 28th of January. India's western state of Maharashtra leads the medals tally at 6th Khelo India Youth Games, closely followed by Tamil Nadu, while Haryana and Delhi are at 3rd place. Maharashtra has bagged 18 gold, 18 silver and 21 bronze. The Games has witnessed participation of over 5,600 young athletes in 26 sports that includes archery, athletics and badminton. It will culminate on 31st January 2024. India's southern state of Tamil Nadu is hosting the Games. Punjab's Pranali is participating in Khelo India Youth Games with an aim to transform her shooting skills. The shooter spoke to DD India correspondent Deepika Mehto and talked about women empowerment that has transformed players over the years.
You had your practice sessions. How were they?
Very great. I have been practicing for this event so far. It's been 2 months I have been practicing too much, yeah.
Is this your first edition of Khelo India Youth Games?
Yes, this game means me a lot.
Why?
Khelo India, it's a motivating platform. It's a very great platform, so it's a very big opportunity for me to be here.
So when we talk about the infrastructure that is being provided to you by the central government here, what do you think of it?
The infrastructure is very similar to those which are being played in international. Yeah, it's very great event that they have done so far.
Experienced players are also there as well as fresh new players are also there. Do you get to learn from them?
Yeah, a lot. The players which are the top players only from national, they are selected here. So it's a great opportunity for them also.
Seeing your child play at a national level, how does that make you feel?
She is a international shooter actually. She well played at Korea also, and I am very much proud of you, proud of my daughter. Yeah.
And also when we talk about the kind of women empowerment that the government is focusing on, when we talk about women participation, have you seen any difference in the past years and have you seen an increase in participation of women in the past year?
They are all giving opportunities to the female candidates also, and it's very good for our empowerment and every growth of our field.
Indeed. So there you heard from Pranjali's mother, who says that the government is giving a huge and an important platform to women participants as well. That makes it even more important for all the athletes and especially the women athletes who are participating over here. With camera person Senthil, this is Deepika reporting for DD India from Chennai.
Childhood obsession for medals introduced Chandigarh's Sapna to sports. The journey started with yoga, but then she eventually picked up judo. Sapna is now a proud owner of 12 medals. That includes a 2nd Khelo India Youth Games gold, which she won in the under 40 kilograms category here on Sunday. Here's a report that tells you more about Sapna's journey. Have a look.
Khelo India Youth Games is giving wings to the dreams of players like Sapna. Hailing from Chandigarh, Sapna, who is a judoka, aims for a gold at Olympics. Coming from a humble background, challenges never slowed down Sapna's dream rush. 17-year-old Sapna had deep passion for sports in early years. While taking up sports, she never feared anything and strided forward with confidence. On being asked about her ultimate dream, Sapna says she only sees a gold for the country. There are many players like Sapna who are participating to create history for the nation. Khelo India Games is not just a sports event, but a talent powerhouse that is creating future champions. They become...
And Mayappan, who hails from Tamil Nadu, seeks inspiration from Saurav Ghoshal. The player is elated to participate in Khelo India as squash makes a debut at the flagship event. Take a listen.
What do you think about Khelo India Youth Games and squash being included as an important sport to this edition of Khelo India?
I think it is. First of all, I'm happy to play the finals. First time squash is there in Khelo India. It is a great platform for all of us because LA 2028 squash is there in this. Khelo India is a basic platform for all the players to go on Olympics.
Why Khelo India is so important for the athletes?
It is the biggest event in the nation. Yeah, that's why a lot of players from all over the state comes to play. Yeah.
And apart from this, Khelo India also gives you a lot of media exposure on digital media. Many people are getting to know about many of the sports. Does that help and motivate you?
Yeah. Before 3-4 years, nobody knows what is squash, but nowadays everybody came to know that this is squash. Yeah, it helps a lot. Yeah.
When Prime Minister Narendra Modi came on the inauguration of 6th edition of Khelo India Youth Games, he mentioned few prominent players of squash like Joshna Chinnappa. Does that motivate you that Prime Minister, Union Minister and the central government is paying so much of attention for promoting sports?
Yeah, nowadays government is also helping a lot in sports. They also mentioned some Indian athletes, squash athletes. Saurav Ghoshal is a great inspiration for me. I met him twice. He shared many things to me. It was good.
And also when we talk about the benefits that you will get from here, from this particular platform, because squash is happening for the first time. So you will also witness the benefits of it in the coming days. How important and helpful they would become for you?
It is very important for not only for squash, for all the athletes. It is very important because it is the great event. For first time it is happening in junior level.
What is your next big game?
Next big game, this year I have to play World Juniors for India.
All right, we wish you all the very best, Mariyappan, for that. So there you heard Mariyappan from Tamil Nadu, who is into the finals, and he's really hopeful that squash is going to give a long-term benefit to all the players. With camera person Senthil, this is Deepika reporting for DD India from Chennai.
A flagship program of the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, the Fit India Mission, is all set to launch the Fit India Champions podcast series. The series will showcase the remarkable accomplishments and inspiring stories of India's sporting heroes. The episodes start from January 27. The sensational armless archer Sheetal Devi will feature in the opening episode. In the podcast, Olympic javelin champion Neeraj Chopra has revealed unknown sides from his professional career and the twists and turns in his life as a youngster. The 10-part series, full of intimate and insightful conversations, has been hosted by Ekta Vishnoi, the Deputy Director General, Sports Authority of India. Indian batter Rohit Sharma has been named captain of the ICC Men's ODI team of 2023, which also includes 6 Indian players. Apart from Rohit, the other Indians in the squad are batters Virat Kohli and Shubman Gill, spinner Kuldeep Yadav and pacers Mohammad Siraj and Mohammad Shami. In 2023, Rohit scored 1,255 runs at an average of 52. The other 2 teams that have more than 1 players in the ICC squad are world champions Australia and South Africa. Both of them have 2 cricketers each in the team, while all-rounder Daryl Mitchell was the only representative from New Zealand. South Africa batter Henrik Klaasen has been named as wicketkeeper. Well, let's see what's coming up now. Madrid will host the Spanish Grand Prix from 2026 to 2035 in a new city circuit around the capital's IFEMA Exhibition Centre. Eight-time world champion Stephen Gilmore announces a one-year break to refreshing herself both physically and mentally.
India that invents. India that innovates. India that excites. India that invites. Land of possibility. Teeming with opportunities. Watch India Ideas each Thursday, 8 p.m. only on TV India.
Welcome back, and Indian tennis veteran Rohan Bopanna and his Australian partner Matthew Ebden stormed into the semi-finals of the men's doubles at the Australian Open. The duo breezed past the six-seeded Argentine duo of Maximo Gonzalez and Andres Molteni in the quarterfinals to secure 6-4, 7-6 win. Bopanna and Ebden, seeded second in the draw, displayed remarkable resilience to seal the victory in 2 sets. 43-year-old Bopanna is set to become the oldest world number 1 in men's doubles when the rankings are updated. The result takes Bopanna past USA's Austin Krajicek, the current world number 1 in the ATP rankings. And in the Australian Open, third seed Daniil Medvedev was forced to dig deep into his reserves to outlast Hubert Hurkacz 7-6, 2-6, 6-3, 5-7, 6-4 in the tightest of quarterfinals and reached the last 4 for the third time. 9-seed Hurkacz twice came from a set down and made the Russian work hard for every single point. Second seed Carlos Alcaraz faces arguably the toughest test of his Australian Open campaign while he faces Germany's Alexander Zverev in the quarterfinals. The match promises to be a fascinating clash of styles. Alcaraz has faced Zverev 7 times before, with the German baseliner prevailing on 4 occasions. And in women's singles tie, Diana Rastremska beat Czech Linda Noskova 6-3, 6-4 to book a semi-final spot at the Australian Open, becoming the first qualifier to reach the last 4 since 1978. The Ukrainian's powerful forehand eventually overcame the 19-year-old Czech, who was youngest player left in the women's draw. China's Zhang Qingwen meets Russia's Anna Kalinskaya in the first match of the evening session, with the first ever trip to a major semi-final, the reward on offer for both players. India's Satvik Sairaj, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty reclaimed the top spot in the Badminton World Federation men's doubles rankings. The Asian Games champions reached the world number 1 ranking for a second time after a successive runners-up finishes in the Malaysia Open Super 1000 and India Open Super 750 badminton tournaments. The Indian duo had achieved its numero uno status for the first time after claiming the historic gold medal at the 2022 Asian Games in Hangzhou last year. Among other Indians, HS Pranoy moved a place to reach the world number 8, while Lakshya Sen, Kidambi Srikanth and Priyanshu Rajawat stayed at 19th, 25th and 30th spots, respectively. And the 4th T20 Deaf State School Level Cricket Championship took place in Delhi. It was organized by the Deaf Cricket Society of Delhi. The event brought together deaf cricket enthusiasts from various schools, creating an atmosphere of camaraderie and fierce competition. After a series of closely contested matches, Government Lady Noyce Senior Secondary Special School emerged triumphant, securing the championship title. Some football news now. Liverpool and Egypt forward Mohamed Salah is expected to return to play in 3 to 4 weeks if there are no setbacks in his recovery from injury. The Egypt international will travel to England to undergo treatment after sustaining a hamstring injury before half-time. Thursday's 2-2 draw with Ghana at the Africa Cup of Nations, triggering panic at Liverpool.
You should never doubt the commitment of Mo Salah. I never met a guy, a player, but also a human being who's more committed to the life of being a professional football player. And I know the country is devastated losing him. We were devastated to hear that he got injured. He plays the first game, scores, assists, captain, massive importance, of course. But the only reason why he our medical team and their medical team decided for him to come back is to give him the best possible chance to be available in the final.
And Madrid will host the Spanish Grand Prix from 2026 to 2035 on a new city circuit around the capital's IFEMA Exhibition Centre. The Circuit de Cataluña's current contract expires after the 2026 race, but Formula One chief executive, he suggested the Barcelona track could remain on the calendar beyond then. The country currently has two Formula One drivers, Carlos Sainz at Ferrari and double world champion Fernando Alonso at Aston Martin. Madrid last hosted a Grand Prix at Jarama to the north of the city in 1981, with Barcelona becoming the home of the Spanish race in 1991. And two young Venezuelans this month signed contracts for United States Major League Baseball, becoming the highest priced prospects from the South American country in years. Jose Pedromo and Giovanni Rodriguez, both 17 years old, received $1 million bonuses from the Atlanta Braves and New York Mets, respectively, after signing their professional baseball contracts. Perdomo, who plays shortstop and whose bonus from the Atlanta's Braves is about $5 million, he said he began training with his father at the age of 3. Rodriguez was born in Miranda State. The signing bonus for the New York Mets is worth some $2.8 million. Al Nassr announced the postponement of their two scheduled friendlies in China due to Cristiano Ronaldo being injured. The Portuguese superstar is struggling with a muscle issue and would have been ruled out of Wednesday's friendly against Shanghai Shenhua, as well as Sunday's meeting with Zhejiang. Al Nassr said matches would be rescheduled to take place soonest. The Saudi Pro League club are scheduled to host Inter Miami on February 1 in a Riyadh Season Cup encounter, a match set to pit Ronaldo against Lionel Messi. Well, 8-time world champion Stephanie Gilmore will take a one-year break from full-time competition for the 2024 World Surf League Championship Tour. Stephanie Gilmore will return to action with a wildcard entry for the 2025 WSL CT after refreshing herself both physically and mentally and following swells and free surfing in new places. Gilmore's announcement comes off the back of American 5-time world champ and Olympic gold medalist Carissa Moore revealing last Friday that she would step away from competitive surfing following her defense of the title in this year's Paris Olympics. British adventurer Darren Edwards, who's a wheelchair-bound adventurer, unveiled an upcoming world record attempt to sit ski across the South Pole. Darren prepares to take an attempt to travel a distance of 333 kilometers during the expedition in December 2024. Edwards ultimately hopes that his upcoming record attempt will inspire not only people with injuries like his, but also anyone going through a challenging period in their lives. Well, that's it in this edition of Sports Buzz, but you stay tuned for more news and updates.